For me, it was a little scary, leaving home and going to something that I didn't really have a lot of knowledge about and didn't have a lot of people to look at and lean on.
You're transplanting a young man from, in this case, Plover, Wisconsin, into Waterloo, Iowa, into Waterloo West High School, and everything's different.
I get there in the camps, a totally different pace. There were some ups and downs, and it was tough. At that point, I know my skating wasn't strong, and this was going to be a question for the new coach.
It was head coach P.K. O'Handley's first year at Waterloo. Immediately, Joe got his attention.
He can score, but his skating needs a little help.
The junior league brought tougher competition and an aggressive environment.
There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of hooking, grabbing, big, tough. That's what I heard. And can you play in that? Are you strong enough?
Despite Joe's ability to score, his speed and size were constantly put into question.
Let's face it, Joe Pavelski, it wasn't foreign to him that people were questioning his skating. Yet he was in the front of the bus, driving the bus on every team he's played for. Like, I'll show you. We'll see.
Played to win.
He was never afraid at 17 years old to walk in my office and say, more. What else can we do? What else can we learn?
Play physical, but play smart. Finish checks, play to the whistle, and that's it.
That year, Joe led the league in goals and earned the respect of his teammates.
He was leading guys that were older than him, and they followed him like he was the Pied Piper. That is Joe, and that's not a word of a lie. With every fiber of my being, the kid's a leader.
The 2002-2003 season brought a new winning culture into the city. For Joe, Waterloo was starting to feel like home.
I think every hockey player at this age, you experience living with a billet family. I lived with Coach. I had 2 other families before that, and both of them were tremendous.
We felt fortunate at that time to have Joe in our home.
And that's where a bond that was already strong, really forged into that much more and created that kind of family atmosphere.
Off the ice, Joe was finishing his senior year at Waterloo West High School. It was in these halls where he met his wife, Sarah.
My friends had decorated my locker for my 17th birthday. He stopped to say happy birthday. By a few weeks after that, we were pretty much dating exclusively.
With Joe living at our house and Sarah spending a lot of time at our house, we got to know those kids when they were kids. The scouts that would come in and say he can't skate. And I would look at him straight-faced and say, he's going to play.
There's a lot of college scouts recruiting, and you're seeing different guys commit to certain schools. And I've went on visits leading up to that year and with different colleges, and I went to the University of Wisconsin. I fell in love with this school within the first 10 minutes. I remember going back into Coach's office, and he's like, Wisconsin likes you. They want you. You're at the top of their list of their recruits, but they're not willing to offer you a full ride right now. They want you to come back a second year. This is after my second half of the season where I just was on fire and I couldn't do anything wrong.
I remember arguing over Joe. I said, hey, you don't have to take him. He's your home state guy, but he's going to win a national championship. Now, that doesn't make me a prognosticator of epic proportion. The kid's got it.
When I came back for that second year, a lot of it was geared towards leadership.
Joe's leadership earned him his C. As team captain of the Blackhawks, he led them into the playoffs.
Young Arena has never seen lines like this.
This is awesome. This is just what Waterloo needed.
I remember our Clark Cup run. This team had not won a championship in 25 years, and that year we came in.
The Blackhawks look to make it 7 consecutive playoff wins.
You earned the right to be here. Now it's your opportunity to shine.
18 years old, he led us to a national championship in the United States Hockey League, which was no small feat.
They're number one, finally!
First time in 25 years! Let's go!
Waterloo took home the Clark Cup, winning 3 games in the series. Pavelski's performance that year earned him a scholarship at the University of Wisconsin.
Yeah, when I was a young boy, in my rolled up corduroys, not knowing what it was to seize the day. And now that I'm older and a little bit wiser, if I could talk to that boy, this is what I'd say. Yeah, I'd say run down the street, raise up your heart.